Hello everybody and welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. Today I'm here to share with you a card that we are making in my May Stamp of the Month Club. The Stamp of the Month for this month is the Dragonfly Garden. It's a gorgeous stamp set. It's in the January to June mini catalog for 2021. It also comes with this coordinating Dragonflies punch. So the card we're going to make tonight is this Z fold card with a cute little belly band. So here's the card, okay, and then here's the cute little belly band that we're going to put right over top. So here we go. If you're in my Stamp of the Month Club, then you've got your kit already prepped for you. And here's all our pieces we have here, and if you're not, then watch along and I'll try and give you the measurements as we go. So to start with, I have a Mossy Meadow card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to start there. We're going to fold this right in half. It's also scored at 2 1/8. So we're going to first just burnish this fold really well, and then we're going to take this score line here and we're going to fold back this way. Okay, and again we're going to score that like so. So here we've got our Z fold. So before we get too far, I'm going to then go into my kit here, and I've got 2 pieces of designer series paper from the Dandy Garden DSP, and these measure 1 7/8 wide, both of them, by 5 1/4. So they're going to fit nicely on here with an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So I'm going to start by attaching those. For that, I'm just going to use my Stamp and Seal, and I'm just going to stick that right on there like that. It's gorgeous paper. I love this design here. So then I'm going to open the card up so that I can put this one on here as well. And I do want to pay attention to centering it, but I also want to make sure that it looks even with this one for when the card is opened. So we'll just attach this one. Oh, make sure you do it the right way around. All right, so we've got that. So there's the start of our card here. All right, I'm just going to set this aside for a moment. And in the kit, there is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. Now this is going to be the insert of our card, so that's going to go on the back flap here. But I want to do some stamping on there. So my stamping tonight is going to be done with Early Espresso ink pad. And to start with, I'm going to get this beautiful wildflower stamp. What I want to do is I want this to be peeking through the Z fold, so I'm just going to make sure that's off to the side here. Okay, look how gorgeous that stamp is. I absolutely love it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want a little bit more inside my card. So I'm going to stamp this cluster of dragonflies here, just right up here in the corner. And then I want this "You are an inspiration" greeting on the inside as well. I'm just going to tuck that in right beneath these little dragonflies. Okay, so there's the inside of our card. Isn't that gorgeous? I am now going to just add some color. I don't want to do a ton of coloring, but I am going to add a little bit. So I'm going to use some of my Stampin' Blends. You could also use your Stampin' Write markers. And I'm just going to use some crumb cake just to give a little bit of color to these dragonflies here. I just wanted a nice neutral color. Of course, dragonflies could be whatever color you want them to be. Okay, now for over here, I want to bring in some of this yellow for the flowers. So I'll color all of those pretty daisies, sunflowers, black-eyed Susans, whatever we want to call them. And I'll give some of these guys down here some color as well. All right, so for the eye of the flower, I'm going to use my soft suede. Sorry about that. I'm just going to color those guys in there. And then using my light mossy meadow, so I'm going to just come in and color some of these leaves. I'm not being overly particular about how I'm filling them in. I just want to add a bit of color to this gorgeous stamped image. Okay, so there we are. So of course you can, if you wanted to, you can add more color in here. You can color the stems or whatever. For now, I'm going to leave it just as it is. And I'm going to attach that to the base of the card. Okay, so there we have our card. So when it's closed, all you see are these gorgeous wildflowers. And when you open it up, you have your beautiful little greeting. So that's the base of our card done. I'm just going to set that aside, and now we're going to make the belly band. So I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss here, and it's 9 1/4 inches long by 1 inch wide. It's scored at 2 1/4 and 6 5/8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these ends in. And where they overlap is where I'm going to attach my adhesive. A little bit on the edge here. Okay, so there's our belly band. And we should just ensure that it's going to go right over top of the card. So it's perfect, nice and snug but not tight. We don't want it too loose or it'll just fall off. Okay. So there we've got our belly band. And here we've got this cute little die cut label that I've included in the kit. This is from the Tasteful Labels dies. And I am going to, once again with my Early Espresso ink, I'm going to stamp for a true friend the bottom right hand side here. Okay. That is going to get attached to our belly band. And rather than put the glue on the back of the die and chance that it's going to get beyond and stick my card closed, I'm going to just stick some onto my belly band here. And then I will stick on this label. That way I know exactly where it's going to go. Okay, just like so. All right, so now I just have a scrap piece of basic white, and if you're in my group, it'll be marked with a little hole punch in the corner, just so you know that that's a stamping scrap. I've got my Dragonfly, and I've chosen the one with the outline of the body, so it's not colored in. And what I'm going to point out, if you have the punch, I like to hold my punch like this and make sure that when I'm stamping my image, it's going to match up in there. So let's get a little more ink. I'm just going to stamp this guy over here, like so. And then I'm going to use some Bumblebee. And this little image here. So now this one confused me at first because I thought it looked like it was just going to go this way. However, when I played around with it for a bit, I realized that you can do it this way. And this isn't going to be a perfect lineup, and that's what this is about. And then I'm going to flip it around, so now it looks like it's arcing downwards. I'm going to stamp it over there, and you still get the nice effect. It's still filling in the wings, and it's got that nice subtle look to it. So now I'm going to use my soft suede blends again and just fill this Dragonfly body in. So, And then I'll pop it into my Dragonfly punch. Of course, if you don't have the punch, you can just fussy cut this guy out, but the punch doesn't make it so easy. So you can see how I've lined that up. Punch that guy out. And then we're just going to put some dimensionals behind the wings. So. Okay. And then we're just going to add a little bit of bling, of course. If you've got some at home to add, why not add the bling? So I'm just going to use some rhinestone basic jewels here. And I'm just going to put a couple right here. And there we have it. There's our card for the Stamp of the Month Club for May 2021, featuring the Dragonfly Garden stamp set. If you're interested in joining my Stamp of the Month Club, all of the information can be found on my blog under online classes. My blog address is createwithbirdsnest.ca. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope you'll pop in again. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share it as well. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.